creators, Innovators, and Innovators. Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Cryptocurrency creators, inventors and innovators. So make sure to watch the full video. Since Satoshi Nakamoto sent off Bitcoin in 2009, digital money has been consistently getting some decent forward movement. In numerous nations today, Bitcoin is even a commonly recognized name, and its basic innovation is being utilized in some standard ventures. Starting around 2009, there have been various splendid personalities to approach, presenting new advanced monetary forms, innovations and thoughts in light of the ideas of blockchain and cryptography. We have chosen to make a total record of the multitude of most powerful individuals, including makers, designers and pioneers, inside the digital money and blockchain innovation space. Look at our rundown underneath to study individuals behind the present most famous advanced monetary forms and blockchain stages. Number 1. Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum. Kid Virtuoso and Wonderkind are only a portion of the terms that have been utilized to portray Vitalik Buterin, the 24-year-old fellow benefactor of Ethereum. The Russian-Canadian number-related virtuoso is answerable for making Ethereum the second most significant cryptographic money on the planet. Not at all like the obscure Bitcoin maker, Satoshi Nakamoto, whose personality stays a secret right up to the present day, Vitalik is a known face in the cryptographic money and blockchain networks. He has kept on driving the way in the turn of events and support for the blockchain tech development. He is even a standard member in meetings and online conversations revolved around not simply just the specialized parts of the innovation, yet additionally the overall way of thinking and what it means for humankind. Ethereum. With very nearly 2 years of involvement expounding on Bitcoin and getting criticism from the Bitcoin people group, Vitalik turned out to be more dug in the blockchain world. It didn't take long so that him might be able to see what a couple of others locally were starting to see, that blockchain innovation could uphold something other than an installment handling framework. He tried and, sadly, failed to pitch the idea of making a more application accommodating form of the Center Bitcoin network that would permit the production of valuable, decentralized applications without the requirement for usefulness layering methodology. Incapable to persuade the Bitcoin people group around then, Vitalik set about composing an entirely different blockchain. Instead of purpose the rough pre-arranging language that Satoshi Nakamoto had utilized, Vitalik utilized a more refined and powerful Turing-complete programming language. This implied that the new blockchain could hypothetically uphold any sort of purpose case directly from the center organization work with no layering. Vitalik composed the white paper for the new blockchain and initiated it Ethereum. He delivered the white paper to a couple of companions and partners who spread the news further. Number 2. Charlie Lee, Litecoin. A serious conversation about digital currency and blockchain innovation can't be held without going on about Charlie Lee, the maker of Litecoin. If digital currency somehow managed to be compared to the Renaissance time, then Charlie would be a high expert, perhaps not a Da Vinci, but rather some place along any semblance of a Donatello. The digital money space is still a lot of in its early stages, yet numerous conspicuous figures have arisen throughout the long term. Charlie Lee is certainly one of them. In years and years from now, when the historical backdrop of blockchain innovation and digital money is being organized, he makes certain to have a featuring job in it. In the event that the blockchain book of scriptures starts with "at the outset there was Bitcoin," it will clearly have "and afterward Charlie expressed let there be light, and there was Litecoin." Litecoin. Regardless of the disappointment of his most memorable effort to foster a cryptographic money, Charlie didn't surrender. Taking significant examples gained from the disappointment of Fairbix, he started to resolve modalities for another coin. In October of 2011, he at last succeeded when he reported the send-off of Litecoin to the crypto local area. Litecoin was basically a clone of the Center Bitcoin code, however, with a couple of changes and adjustments. The reason for the overwhelming majority of these changes was to guarantee the decency of the Litecoin digital currency. Lee made changes to the hashing calculation, block exchange speed, as well as the GUI. Lee likewise increased the most extreme inventory cap from 21 million to 84 million. Lee has forever been about decency and straightforwardness. It is a typical, repeating topic in large numbers of his connections inside the local area. By utilizing a script-based hashing calculation for the verification of work mining, Litecoin mining is much more pleasant than Bitcoin mining. The block exchange time changes likewise cause Litecoin to be much lighter and quicker than Bitcoin. The typical block exchange time in Litecoin is 2.5 minutes, which is quicker than the normal for Bitcoin, 10 minutes. Number 3. Jackson Palmer, Dogecoin. Jackson Palmer's ascent to distinction and notoriety is somewhat of an odd series of occasions. Not at all like numerous other prominent figures in the set of experiences who had a reasonable vision of making an effective crypto resource, Palmer's creation was a touch of tomfoolery. Today, that joke money, Dogecoin, is really one of the most well-known digital currencies available. Dogecoin currently has a market cap of close to a portion of $1 billion and is ordinarily utilized for micropayments, for example, tipping individuals on the web. Aside from his introduction to the universe of cryptographic money and blockchain innovation, Jackson is likewise a computerized advertiser, having spent very nearly 10 years at Adobe as an item showcasing trained professional. Dogecoin in 2013, there was a well-known image that was omnipresent all around the web. That image was the essence of a Shiba Inu with entertaining subtitles composed on top of it. This image, known as the Doge, likewise had text portraying funny syntactically wrong expressions all around the substance of the image. The texts were written in Comic Sans textual styles and included phrases like "very cautions," "much flabbergast," "such conscious," and "numerous daylight." Jackson went over the image, as did many individuals around then, and chose to poke a fun at it. He posted a tweet that incorporated Dogecoin, and things took off from that point. The tweet was expected, yet whether by the sheer prevalence of the Doge image or cryptographic money, or a mix of both, the thought hit home. After the underlying buzz made by Palmer's Dogecoin tweet, making a genuine Dogecoin money started to be drifted around Twitter and various web-based gatherings like Reddit. In time, a significant local area of would-be early Dogecoin adopters had arisen and would continually urge Palmer to make the genuine Dogecoin. Palmer in the long run purchased the space Dogecoin.com and made a sprinkle screen with the coin logo and the marked Comic Sans textual style of the first Doge image. Billy Marcus, co-designer of the Dogecoin digital money, stumbled over the site in an IRC discussion channel and promptly contacted Palmer about chipping away at the specialized parts of the coin. Number 4. Dan Larimer, BitShares, Steam, EOS. Dan Larimer, or Danthaman, his moniker on the blockchain virtual entertainment stage, Steemit, is one of the most conspicuous names in the blockchain local area. He is right up there with any semblance of Vitalik Buterin, Scratch Sabo, and the strange Satoshi Nakamoto. His commitment to the digital currency and blockchain innovation space are enormous, and he has been associated with or has helped to establish various blockchain-based applications. Dan is a standard patron in numerous blockchain gatherings, loaning his insight and thoughts to the local area at large. He has become known for his abhorrence for viciousness and his aversion for the brought-together substance called government. BitShares. Dan's first blockchain stage was called BitShares. It was set off in 2014 as a decentralized trade stage. It utilized a signed confirmation of stake, POS, which guaranteed quicker exchange times. The formation of the stage was required to a limited extent by Larimer's inconvenience with the relentless closures of incorporated trades. He likewise needed to make a framework that would empower fiat to Bitcoin trade without the requirement for an outsider specialist, a genuinely decentralized trade stage. He co-selected various prominent engineers like Charles Hoskinson, fellow benefactor of Ethereum, and Bitcoin investor Lee Shaolai. Number 5. Evan Duffield, DASH. Evan Duffield is the maker of Run, one of the main 10 digital forms of money on the planet concerning market capitalization. It has been among the top-level crypto coins nearly since its send-off in 2014. Evan is a main figure in the crypto local area, and he stays one of the more noticeable players in the business. In a world where some crypto designers favor obscurity, Evan is ordinarily all over town. He consistently shows up in meetings, crypto talk discussions, gatherings, workshops, and online classes where he makes sense of the center scramble conventions. This is totally in conflict with the activities of the scramble exchanges, which are known to be exceptionally mysterious. As a matter of fact, this is one of the key incentives of the scramble cryptographic money, and a point that Evan is never fed up with emphasizing. By 2013, Evan had started to follow Andreas Antonopoulos and a couple other conspicuous Bitcoin figures on the internet-based gathering We Should Talk Bitcoin. Evan portrays that period similar to the days when the Bitcoin talk was about center organization issues. One of the central concerns that was overall consistently examined was the organization soundness and money fungibility compromise. Evan was especially intrigued by this issue, as it had been a reason to worry for him as far the Bitcoin blockchain was concerned. With his experience in coding and money, he maybe had an extraordinary information on those two ideas. Following quite a while of hanging tight for a serviceable answer for the fungibility issue, he chose to act. From the beginning, he expected the Bitcoin people group wouldn't take to his proposed arrangement, so he immediately set off to foster his own altcoin. On January 18, 2014, Evan sent off Xcoin with the cash assignment XCO. surprisingly fast after the send-off. Just shy of 2 million coins had been mined. This could turn into a difficult issue for the digital currency, as this number added up to around 10% of the cryptographic money's complete stock cap. The issue happened because of an issue with the Litecoin source code from which Xcoin was forked. The issue was subsequently settled and the task had the option to shake off that underlying error. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.